Hi, my name is Steve Latta, and I want to talk a little bit today about sharpening the inlay tools. I want to begin with the radius cutter, in terms of how to sharpen it to where it gives you a nice crisp cut. Now, in any type of sharpening, there's one fundamental principle that you need to understand. Light can't bounce off of a point. It needs a flat surface to do so. So you'll often see me rolling my cutter tip around, looking to see if I see any sort of a reflection on the top of these tips. If I have a reflection, I have a flat spot, and flat spots don't cut. This is a mock-up of these two teeth. And the process I use for sort of going through the sharpening, I'll then demonstrate on the actual cutter. Now we have two teeth filed in an alternate tooth pattern, meaning they come up to the point. The purpose of that point is to score the fibers before it cleans out in the middle. Now I need to sharpen these planes so that they come up to a point. I need to do that, and it's tough on the small guys, without hitting the lower edge. So normally I use a triangle file, but for the sake of these large pieces, I'm going to use a flat file. I often hook my thumbnail under the protected tooth to avoid catching the lower edge. I'm going to file down this way, then come over here and file this way. Always going down into the work, never going out. Always going down, never going out. I'm going to hit this tooth and then repeat the process for the other tooth, and then give it a quick lick on the sanding setup. And what I have here is a piece of granite with 600 grit and 1500 grit to take it down to a nice smooth finish. So with this cutter, I'm going to take my triangle file, and all triangle files are not the same. This happens to be a Grobel or Grobet, which is a very good file. These things run about $12 a pop. The $1 a piece files really won't do this, and this is a number 2 cut. So hooking my thumb on that front tooth to protect it, I'm going to file in. I'm going to come to the side and come in the other way. Roll it over, and I'm going to repeat the process. Protect the tooth and file in. Sideways and file again. I file at an angle to bring this tooth down, to develop this angle right here. I filed, I want to roll it in the light, repeatedly rolling it around, looking for any kind of a reflection. Once again, reflection means I don't have a plane, I don't have a point. I don't have two planes coming together. I have a flat spot. Flat spots don't cut. I'm going to touch it lightly on the sandpaper. You could add some water to here to serve as a lubricant, but we're doing so little, it really doesn't matter. Then I want to roll it again, look at it in the light. Check sideways to make sure I have decent tips. And then what I want to do is grab a scrap of wood and make a couple of cuts cross grain. They should slice the fibers and not tear it. If I'm tearing it, I have a flat spot, and I'll need to do a little more work on it. When I go to use the tool, to see if it's sharp, we have two opposing teeth. When I start my cut, I lay the tool down, slice one line this way. I look to see if it's a slice as opposed to a tear. Angle the tool the other way and come back, once again checking the line. Is it a score or is it a tear? Once I have two score lines, I'm free to excavate between the lines. And you can see from this cut, we're going cross grain, no tear out.